Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video review for a brand new television series which kicks off after the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon takes its place, and it is called Avengers Assemble. Okay, so this one's going to be a review for the pilot, or the premiere, so to speak, which is the first 2 episodes of the new cartoon series, kicking off Avengers Assemble, replacing Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So, I'll start off by talking about Earth's Mightiest Heroes a little bit, and then we'll get into this pilot, the premiere, and talk about it a little bit. So, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon was a good cartoon series, I like to think. I mean, it was canceled a little prematurely, with only having 2 seasons. And I felt like the show was doing really well. So I was a little angry when they actually announced that it was going to be canceled. Did do a video on it. A lot of people shared my thoughts. They were angry as well. Then after a few months later, or about a month later roughly, Marvel announced that they're going to be doing this cartoon series in place of the last one, and sort of re-kicking it off again, even though it's independent. It's not taking over after Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's nothing like that. It's totally a new show, but it is a lot of the same concept. We have a new Avengers team, which is made up of Iron Man as the new leader, which is something to talk about, because usually you would have Captain America as the leader. I mean, depending. You know, I view Captain America as the leader of the Avengers. But of course, Iron Man and Cap in the comic books and stuff, they always go back and forth, and they fight a lot, like in Civil War and stuff like that. So they're both kind of leaders. But in this, clearly Iron Man is the leader. So that's an interesting choice, and not something we're used to. But because of the story, it does feel very natural. And it feels very in place that he's the one who puts the team together. They stay at his place and everything, and especially after the Avengers movie, he really feels like a natural leader for the Avengers, even though Cap is on the team as well. So yeah, you have Cap, you have the Hulk, you have Thor, you have Black Widow, Hawkeye. So you have the complete cast from the movie, and then you have an addition, which is Falcon. Who's really good in this. Really enjoy having Falcon as part of the team, because that's somebody new that we're not used to seeing in the Avengers, and he does a good job. A lot of the style of this has changed from Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the cartoon. We have more humanistic designs with the art style, which I'm a big fan of. As soon as I saw it, I kind of thought, like, this is like Avengers the animated series. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the art style reminds me of like those classic 90s Avengers cartoons, or not Avengers cartoons, but classic 90s animated series cartoons that I love so much, that had those more lifelike cells and character designs. Whereas Earth's Mightiest Heroes was more blocky and more anime inspired, I'd like to say. This is more humanistic. You have more of the more lines, more details, and they look more realistic, even though they're still cartoons. It really has that animated series feel. I'm talking about Batman the animated series, X-Men the animated series, where you have those real human-esque looking cells for the characters, character designs. Yeah, so I like that better. That's an improvement. The graphics and everything, the art style is really good. I like it a lot because it does feel more genuine. It does feel more realistic than the last cartoon. It improves on it, I think, is a big improvement. Iron Man's design is like the sort of like a modular type Iron Man armor, similar to the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Iron Man armor, similar to the Mark, I want to say, like from the movies, it's kind of hard. Maybe Mark 7, maybe Mark 4, something like that, but it's kind of got the comic book modular design added in there as well. Cap's design looks a lot like the Ultimate Cap mixed with the movie Chris Evans Cap, and a lot of the designs of the team are like that. The Hulk kind of looks like the Mark Ruffalo Hulk a little bit, has a little bit more spiky hair type stuff, but that's cool. The Thor kind of looks like Chris Hemsworth, but kind of more like the Koipel Thor. If you guys have seen that artwork from him in the Thor series, it looks a lot like that, except maybe not as wide and as square Josh, kind of thinner, which is cool. I mean, it looks good. Let's just say it's got the chainmail on the arms, so that's cool. And the helmet, he does have the helmet, which is not something we saw in the movie. But looks good. Cool design. Black Widow doesn't look like Scarlett Johansson at all. Nothing like her. Because she's more skinnier and she's longer than Scarlett. Scarlett's kind of shorter and more curvy type situation. She looks more like the comic book version of Black Widow. I'll just say that. The Hawkeye does seem a lot like, oh, damn it, Jeremy Renner? Yeah, I think that's his name. Jesus, it better be. Hawkeye. Yeah, a lot like that. Maybe mixed with a little bit of comic book-y with the hair color and style and things like that. Falcon's new, of course, and I think that's everybody. Did I forget anybody? Well, in terms of design, that's really all I want to mention as far as that goes. So, that's all cool. It all looks good. The sound is pretty good. The voice acting is decent. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It's okay. I've heard better voices for a lot of the characters, but I think it does a job good enough. It's a pass. It's not terrible or anything like that. So the premiere is called the Avengers Protocol, basically, without spoilers. Don't want to spoil anything, but the Avengers Assemble, okay, at Tony's command. He's the leader. You have the Red Skull and MODOK causing all kinds of chaos here. And what a way to kick off an Avengers series, the Red Skull. One of my favorite Marvel villains, if not my favorite Marvel villain. Actually, he probably is my favorite Marvel villain. I just love the Red Skull. Everything about the Red Skull is cool. He's the most evil character you can think of. He's a frickin' Nazi, for God's sake. You know, he's tough as nails. He's intelligent. He's got that, you know, sort of diabolical political world domination thing going. He's got, oh, so many cool elements of the Red Skull. So what a great choice to pick him to use as the main villain, throw MODOK in there, and have him come to the realization in the premiere that if he's going to fight the Avengers instead of just Cap and Iron Man, he's going to need a team of supervillains, so to speak. So at the end of the episode, of course, he starts to form his own supervillain team, and it's epic. It's really, really cool to see that in a cartoon series. Also, there is a point where he steals Tony's armor, starts calling himself the Iron Skull, and he puts a skull print on it. It's all black, and it's got red lines, which is sick, because I haven't read a comic book where he does that. He steals an armor and calls himself the Iron Skull. Not that I can think of. And I've read most of Cap for the last 5-6 years, roughly. All of Brubaker's stuff, I've read it all. It's fantastic. And there are some elements from Brubaker's stuff that is incorporated in here, like him wanting to switch bodies with Cap and things like that, which is really cool. They bring in some of those comic book stories into this as well. So like that a lot, definitely. Okay, so in terms of the plot of the premiere, at least, I enjoyed it very much. It sets up the rest of the series very well. I'm not sure how many episodes there are this season. It's on Disney XD. I think there's 8. There may be a few more seasons or a few more episodes than that. But from the episode list, that's all I could see right now. Not sure when the next episode's airing. I don't think it's this Sunday. It'd be cool if it was, but I'm not sure. So I won't comment on that because I'm really not sure what they're doing in terms of when they're going to release the rest. But in terms of the fight scenes, the action, everything is great. You get to see some cool Hulk versus Thor. You get to see some cool Red Skull action, Iron Man blasts and different things of that nature. It really feels like a cartoon version of the Avengers movie, and I like that very much. That's very cool because it makes us sort of have something to kind of like, it kind of reminds you a lot of the Avengers movie and just how epic and awesome that was. This takes that and it sort of makes it into a series, which is very cool to see. So it's funny, it's fun. I think it takes most of the best elements of the Avengers and puts them into a cartoon series that we've always wanted. I wish we would have gotten this series back in the 90s when I was a kid, because that's how awesome it is. So I won't get too much more into the plot other than to say that it's great. Very well done. Great character choices. And this series is off to an amazing start. If I had to put it up against Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers, this is better. This is much better. At least to start, this is better. If it continues on this kind of level, it's a better series, guaranteed, depending on how long it lasts and what happens with it. But the quality at this point, I would say, is tremendous. I'm going to give it almost a perfect score. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 because I think it's that good. You take the Red Skull, you put him in a cartoon series, you get the Avengers, you make it fun, you put in all these different elements, and set it up for a great cartoon show. And I hope this thing is really successful, and I hope that we get a lot of seasons of the Avengers Assemble on Disney XD. Awesome, awesome cartoon show, man. Probably do some reviews for the next episodes as they come out once I figure out when they're going to air and everything like that. So let me know what you guys think about the Avengers Assemble cartoon series. If you like it, maybe some of you not like it. I loved it. Maybe what you think versus the Earth's Mightiest Heroes series, which one you like better, which style you like better. I definitely prefer the new cartoon style overall. Great show, awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely got to check it out. Look it up online or check it out on Disney XD, whatever you got to do. Check this one out. You don't want to miss it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.